Infinite Warfare in a competitive setting. Your first look at not only Hardpoint, but the brand new Codcaster mode. We'll first start off with Clayster and Maven. This is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, honestly, just talking, a big shout out to Infinity Ward. We got hands-on and were able to give feedback on the Codcaster as much as 4 to 5 months ago. Absolutely amazing. This is, without question, the best looking Codcaster we've had going into a title.
Oh, it looks absolutely beautiful. And you'll see some things right there. There are still improvements always being made, right? Right now, shots come in, no hit markers being shown. Don't worry. Infinity Ward, they're on top of it. They're so invested in Call of Duty competitive this year, and it's been great to see. Some things to point out. You have the stuff you've seen in the past, right? We've got our objective on the left side. Right now, the hard point on that train platform. The top right, still the scoreboard, the mini-map in the top left. But now, in the bottom left of your screen, you have the full loadout bar. Underneath Nagafen's name, though, is that white bar. That represents his health bar. When he goes weak, you'll see that drop down. You'll see it regen when he gains his health back. I'm sure in this next gunfight he gets in, it'll be a great time for you to begin to see. There he goes. Weak. White bar is now gone. That signifies him coming back off the respawn. Another thing to point out, I mentioned coming off the respawn, Hardpoint now has a 2.5 second respawn delay.
Yep.
It's much heavier focused around anchoring those spawns for your team. The assault rifle role is going to be absolutely key to lock down the spawns you want, but also to get those rotations in favor of your team.
Absolutely. It's going to be big. I mean, we talk about control and trying to maybe slow the game down. Hardpoint, especially for a viewer at home, can be a little too fast at times, a little bit frenetic. Now, this is going to be a lot more about position and control, like you mentioned.
Ooh, loony.
Getting into this, though, you're going to notice some things, which we're going to talk about more over the course of the day, but when you see there's going to be a lot of weapon variety, there are reasons for a lot of this, and also some different items, perks, things that aren't going to be used.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a reason why we're going to talk a little bit more about rules and stuff as we get through the show.
Wait.
I know. I'm excited.
We have segments to the show, Clint. There's a schedule we have to follow. In this one, though, still Hardpoint. Still going over Codcaster. Right now, on the bottom, you're seeing the loadout, which we talked about, what weapons are being used, what grenades are brought out. You can even see the payload that is being used alongside traits. So currently, Nagafen running that Phantom rig. He's got active camo as well as rear guard as his trait. Also to point out, underneath the top middle of your screen, there are now something called major events. The next time the hardpoint moves is when you'll wind up seeing one pop up. That signals, hey, there's a new hardpoint to everybody watching at home. Maybe the casters miss it, or maybe we just don't talk about it too much. It still lets the viewer at home know there's a new hardpoint up. Players are going to have to rotate, and bam, Nagafen calls in the Scarab there, gets a kill onto his teammate Aqua.
And also, you know, we talk about how it usually takes, what, a month, 2, 3 for callouts to kind of get consistent with players, with casters. Now you'll see at the kind of mid-left of the screen, bike path. That's the current hardpoint. Now a train platform, alleyway, you'll see right above that is Felony moves across the map. You know, by having this in the game from Infinity Ward, I think it's going to provide a lot more consistent information to be relayed.
Oh, and absolutely, right now, watch below the scoreboard on the top of the screen. The hard point's about to move. There it comes in. New hard point, the major alert to let players know there are also minor alerts, all sorts of things that we've been working with Infinity Ward on making sure in the game. Stuff that's important to a viewer that maybe we don't get to see when driving the Codcaster. Right here, something funny to point out. Felony and Squad, they already have the rotations down for this throwback hardpoint map. The red team, they maneuvered here first. Unfortunately, though, they do go 3 down, and Facento looks like he's gotten the flank on the hardpoint as the Saber team will go ahead and get control.
You saw there kind of the difference that the 2.5 second respawn can make.
Absolutely.
After that break, they would have been getting hit almost immediately after that with instant respawn, but instead they kind of have a chance to get set up, get their corners, get position, and they hold.
Well, why is that? Facento flanks on in, he gets near the hardpoint, stops the spawns from coming in. They chain together 3 kills that forces everybody on the red team Clayster squad to spawn out. And now because of that, the blue team has gotten 40 straight seconds. They're right back in this game. And now look at your minimap again. The rotation's already coming into play. If you look at your scoreboard right now, though, the flashing circle next to Felony's name, the flashing circle next to Nagafen's name, means both players have their combat rig payloads ready to go. We'll see how they elect to use those as this game goes on.
And one cool feature we haven't seen yet, I'm hoping we'll see it through the course of this game. You see the, there it was. You see the X-ray there, how the player to the left started to blink, pulse. That is when they actually use either their payload. It's incredible. I think for the viewer to know what's being popped, what's going on in front.
Well, now with the payloads being in game, obviously with specialists in the past, it was always a big thing right there. Boom. The player he's shooting at has a payload ready, and there you go.
The jukes.
Vicento uses the rewind, gains back his ammo, and actually kills John after. Players have been mentioning, you know, rewind, because of how it refills your ammo, gains you back that health. It's so viable in these respawn game modes. The anchor with the AR gets challenged, maybe gets weak, 2 players coming at him, gets one, rewinds back, gains back that health. So awesome to see the balancing with these different payloads, and just like that, Saber team now up 105 to 104 after the first full rotation here on Throwback.
And this is what we were hoping for, right? We've seen these guys play a lot. We've had a lot of close hard points. You and I, you know, obviously we've been prepping for the show, but we've been watching a lot as well. What's been maybe the single greatest thing for you that stood out in this particular game mode for hardpoint in Infinite Warfare?
I mean, right now it's much easier to follow for me, right? I'm watching this with the 2.5-second respawn delay. You're seeing teams set up much more for quality pushes instead of just throwing their head right at it. They've got to make sure they've got the numbers on their side. Right now, again, Clayster's team, they go 3 dead. Well, what are they going to do? They're going to wait for each other to come off spawn. They're going to push as a unit. Felony tried to make a hero play happen because he was in a little bit too deep, but now Aqua, he's got out the eraser. 2 already looking for more. The AR player of the Sabertooth team, he's got 5 seconds in the hard point, but he's leading the game in Slay.
Unfortunately, the Eraser not going to be the best with the up close and personal. John, as he pushes, we'll see if the Wraith team can pull away. Starting to push out to a bit of a lead here on board with Looney. You see on X-Ray, he's got a couple in front, able to find one. Second comes around the corner, not able to win that one as Nagafen will take off his head, but back and forth, the battle has been
payload used, payload used. Watch out. This one's coming in towards the hard point. Nagafen just backs on up, doesn't actually see the player. He'll go ahead, push on in. First engagement goes his way. Aqua there for the trade. Felony, though, had Nagafen's back, so trade's coming in right away. And if you're wondering, you know, why is it so hard for this red team to break in? It's because the blue squad has held down the spawns. That respawn delay has come in so key. Even right there, Clayster pushes in. Because Aqua's all the way in the back, locking down that back park area for his team. It's an unrelenting pressure from the blue squad, and it's given them a close game yet again.
And we've had, you know, we mentioned TP, Revan, Merc, Muddog. These guys have been working kind of on a consultant basis, you know, a lot with the Infinity Ward team on maybe where the hard point would make the most sense to set up the most dynamic rotations. And we've seen some tweaks and changes they've tried with the players just over the course of the past couple of days. It's been really, really awesome to watch it develop. It makes me really excited for 2017.
Oh, it certainly does. Now, Vicento, he was just using the Volk assault rifle right there, one of the energy weapons. And what's been great is over the course of today and yesterday, that's been his go-to gun. He's been adapting with that weapon. I've been seeing a bunch of different players bring out, you know, this is my favorite gun. This is the gun I think is best. So much weapon variety. Now the NV4, really the all-around kind of assault rifle weapon. Good at every range, but maybe up close might not be the best. Might get outclassed by some of those submachine guns. Attached did use his camo there. He's still holding the spawns for his team, and still, this game is close, about to be 151 to 151.
2.5 left on the clock to go with this as well. You do see the Scarab available for attach. We've seen a couple sick kills picked up with that already. You saw attach use the camo too. The effect looks amazing here in Infinite Warfare. Shots a little bit off as John's going to pick up a 2-piece there. As he tries to break in, make it 3, and now with just under 5 seconds, the rotation is going to begin. John, I believe, had one to his right. He's going to wrap around the back. He can actually flank several players here if he gets through, but he's worried about his own flank right now.
Yeah, I got to play with these guys a little bit earlier. Joking with John, I said, John, I'll be your J-Cap. He said, Jack, that wouldn't be hard to do because he doesn't bring too much to the team. It's now 162 to 162.
I'm just kidding, J-Cap. Watching.
I love you. Yeah, I know. Now I'm going to get some ridiculous tweet. That's going to get so many favorites. Vicento, though, comes in with the Scarab, blows him on up. 3 dead. Pressure coming in from the blue team. Looks like there's an opportunity for a perfect break. If you look at your minimap, red spawning out near middle. There just isn't enough pressure in yet from blue, and it's because the chain of kills that come in from Felony and John.
And you'll see Vicento kind of backing up, waiting for a little bit of help here. Has one in front. Back low, able to pick it up.
Nice job by Nagafen with the grenades, too.
20 seconds remaining here. The rotation going to be coming in soon. There's going to be another game coming down to the wire. So far, looking very, very evenly matched here. Who do you think is going to take it down the stretch, Jack?
Oh, gosh. One thing you got to watch out for is payloads that are available. 3 up right now. Clayster, Fellow, as well as John, all have theirs ready to go, which can definitely swing this further in the red team's favor. They've earned themselves a 20-second lead, and actually, I mentioned Felony got that payload. He just used his. John just popped his as well, and both of them were for nothing. A great swing for Saber team right now, back within 10.
Yeah, basically that entire advantage you spoke of got ripped away in seconds. But let's see. we're on with Aqua now. What he is able to do, he's got that K-bar. They've been talking a lot about how good the K-bar is.
In all situations.
Yeah, it really is kind of that all-purpose weapon. He's able to find one. You saw a second player next row pushing in. Not able to find that. Will get dropped ultimately by John when he pushes through. Looney trying to follow it up. We've got yet another lead change. Now Saber's back in control. Looney kind of watching the far right, rotating back as the call comes in from his teammate. We'll have one below, two in the back, not able to win that first gunfight, Jack.
The blue squad outslaying by 20+ kills at the moment, which for how many kills they have at an advantage, the game's still close. And a lot of it has become down to, you know, those middle hard points where everyone's fighting back and forth. Yes, maybe the Saber team, the blue team gets more kills, but they haven't gotten the time to show for it. It's been kind of slaying around the objective. Meanwhile, Clayster and squad, there's been a couple hills that they've gotten the rotation on early and held it for the majority of the time. After 2 full rotations, these squads are separated by just 2 seconds.
Well, you got to think that 2.5-second respawn takes it away from being maybe as slay heavy as a faster paced hardpoint. Makes it more about control. And you're seeing that a little bit here as we get our first hardpoint in Infinite Warfare. Nice shots coming in from Clays. He gets an assist on one, not able to find the second. That was Aqua actually breaking in. Aqua and crew trailing by a few points. Just under 2 minutes to go here on the play clock. And we've actually seen a couple of the hard points we've casted, or well, I should say watched actually, as we were the players are getting ready. We've seen it go to time limit several times.
Oh, it's because these teams are so evenly matched, which I was really happy about when these guys wound up picking their rosters. We'll take a look. Aqua now has that eraser. We saw it earlier in the game, the damage you could do with it. Now 42 and 33. When does he elect to use that weapon? With time ticking down in this game, it could be the difference maker when his team is fighting for these spawns. I mean, maybe even now it would be a good time to wind up using it. Instead, it's still just going to keep that pocketed, and now is the time for the eraser. What type of damage can Aqua do?
Well, he's got one shot off. Second will connect. There's one more mid-map. See if he gets in the corner.
I like this angle a lot.
Playing it slow. One's right underneath him, but unfortunately checks his corner. That's Nogvin picking him up, so the eraser only is going to find home in one. Now Saber just need 5 points to close it out. Scare about trying from the front of barn, not able to do so. It's going to be Pacento backing up, has one, finds a second with the assist. 3 points left. They should be able to close it out, and that is your ball game.
GG, 250 to 209. Aqua attach, Looney and crew take the map.
We'll take a quick look at the scoreboard here. Aqua going plus 11. Big time. You know, you talked about the fact that they had such a big slaying advantage through getting really hyped. They have loved Search so far in this game. Jack, you've rejoined me. We're getting ready to bring the Search. You're a famous Search player.
Oh, I played a lot of Search this year. These guys, I mean, right, the pro players, I've been trying to teach them some things in the last 24 hours. And what I mean by that is I've basically been learning everything I could ever want to know about this game mode in Infinite Warfare. For the first time, it's Search and Destroy. This one on Frost, and the first competitive kill goes to Clayster. Congratulations, my friend.
Clay getting it done. You saw his health bar above, a little bit tagged up. It's going to be Nogvin now working the plant. They're in a 4v2 now. It's just going to be Aqua and Attach.
Boom, there's that major alert, by the way. Bomb planted at A by Nogvin, and now it's up to Aqua to go for the 1 versus 4. He's got the K-bar. Time is ticking down, 35 seconds remaining. Loses the one-on-one gunfight. 4 up, 4 dead, as the Wraith squad takes round number 1 on offense. The
K-bar being one of the favorites. I was just about to say, I wonder what he got gunned by. It's a K-bar for Clayster as well. Shots absolutely on point. That's what, 4 up, 4 down there for the first round for Clayster and the boys.
Things to point out in Search and Destroy when we go ahead and take a look at this beautiful Codcaster. Again, on the left side of your screen, you've got the amount alive as well as the top bar. So kind of gives you that idea of how many. Oh no, Clayster, I swear, Clayster, I swear, that was way too close for comfort. I was not ready for it to happen that early. Players already beginning to challenge again towards this A side. This time, though, it's Attach and crew striking first.
Well, they're going back and forth. Kills being traded. It's going to be a 2v1. Nogvin, the lone man here, going to have to try and clutch up.
And he's sniping.
Of course he is. Of course he is. Now, his movement, you never have to worry about him. Quite the traveler, as he's now wrapping down below, trying to come up behind. Not finding anything home, but he does get spotted, and I believe that was a snipe coming in.
No, I don't know.
I thought it was. I thought I heard a snipe go off. I could have been making that up.
Yeah, no.
100% not a snipe.
That's an assault rifle. Yeah, you definitely. Probably get your ears checked out as
that's age. That's age.
Yeah, that most certainly is. Aqua with the stack K-bar there, now 1-1. As we continue right on through with round 3 starting on up. We'll continue to follow the offensive team. John rocking that overdrive about a quarter of the way there. We'll play right towards middle map control yet again.
All right, so we got to watch a good bit of S&D, right? Yesterday the guys were playing. Has there been anything that stood out for you, maybe as a big difference between this and past titles, or just something new that you liked?
Clayster's fell off the map.
Well,
it actually happened. I really didn't want it to happen because I wanted the meme to die with the changing of titles. But no, it's easy. Clayster is officially the first person to fall off the map in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Shocker. That's what more can we ask for, right?
Yeah, he needs to use that rewind ability, man. It's going to be so useful. Cannot wait to bring that out. Aqua challenging right away with that K-bar yet again. Gets 4 quick shots down, as that'll put his squad up by 1 round. As let's keep kind of breaking down the map, right? And breaking down the game mode here in Infinite Warfare. The A-bomb site located outside. Players loving to attack that so far. We're seeing a good mix of tacticals as well as lethals in these games. There's your mini-map. Players splitting across the 3 lanes, showing that structure to the map that was just spoken about with Ashton and Joe. First blood this time over to Nagafed.
And you can see how aggressive the defense is being. How much closer those bomb sites are to the defensive side, allowing them to get a little up close and personal. That's Nagafed opening things up, finding 2.
Going for the ace.
Aqua in a tough position here. Oh, he found the first 3.
Yeah. 2-2. Game staying tied up.
And that's the second 1v4 we've seen Aqua have to try and make.
And what was funny in the beginning of that round is you saw how these guys, since they've been playing as a team over the last 24 hours, they already have structured plays right there on defense. They sent 1 through middle lane to just play passively, 1 near that A site to play passively, and then they sent 2 through that indoor area by B. They flooded 1 running low as bait and someone hitting the higher wall run. Beautiful play. Nagafed read the play like a book from the offensive side. He'll get 3 that round. Aqua with the first payload available. Hasn't used it as of yet. Fella will have to back on down, still rocking that bolt.
He gets tagged up, looking for kills, but John going to be getting the first blood here. Sears, COD, XP, Victor. It's going to be 3v2 now for Saber. They've got the advantage. Nagafed, though, does have the bomb in hand. He's trying to wrap around the back. He can't find the kill to tie things up. It's now going to be John in a 1v3. There you go, John.
There you go, buddy. You got it, my friend. All odds against him. To a spot 1.
Oh, he actually gets 2.
Aqua body's actually the third. John with the 1v3 clutch will put the raid squad back up in this game. They just fed him that one.
He didn't even know he shot the second. I don't think he realized that he was even there. He gets the collateral, finds both. The third runs at him. You see now why Envious and John were the champs this year. That was sick.
JCap taught him well. JCap taught him well with that.
No, he did not.
No, I think he did.
John teaches JCap everything.
Overdrive now available. He's got the Scarab too. As we'll continue right on through into round 6. The 1v3 clutch from John. The guy's triple positive in the first. That's in the Search and Destroy map he's played in a competitive setting in Infinite Warfare. Still the map being spread, but much more of a heavy focus from placement room towards this A-bomb site. And I think it's going to work out for him here as the Saber squad were not ready for all 4 players from the red team being there.
John continuing to straight gun people, doing a great job, especially in the first blood department through this one. But now it's going to be on Attach and Looney. Yep. What can they do to try and tie this one up? Attach, known for his S&T gameplay, starting out 1-5. I know this is the first live Search gameplay. It shouldn't come behind 1. Second in front, shot shaky, but does find it. Attach, gets 2.
What's John doing?
John, put it on John. He's going to clutch again, baby. Let's see it. He has overdrive to work with. He has the Scarab. Just under 40 seconds on the clock. A lot of distance between them, but he's going to hit the wall run.
They're not
he
ready for
sees
this.
one from behind.
No! So John goes from a 1v3 to falling off the map. And I love how it just paused on his body, just soaring down the wonderful mountains. As,
oh, God.
See, that basically sums up how I kind of play, right? Is either
clutch or
make
kick.
it happen or just fall off the map.
Oh,
it's gotten me this far in life.
That was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. But now it's going to be great on attack yet again. John, see if he can rebound from that. He is able to find 1 kill, 2v2 early on. You're going to have Felony and John going up against Attach and Vicento. We'll see if Felony has it in clutch. Or, sorry, John has it in to clutch again, not able to do so.
Nice job.
He's getting put in a lot of clutch scenarios, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a great job baiting his teammates in some of these rounds. As Attach, we'll see from his perspective, the NB4, once again, that all-around assault rifle chunks him right down. 3 perks as well being used. Pretty well-rounded class for Attach, which is what I love to see. These guys, they've had all sorts of stuff on their weapons, on their perk systems. Look in the top right, though. Multiple payloads available for either team. Attach, the only one that doesn't have it for this blue squad. So they've already got a round lead. Now they've got the payload lead as well. Looney and crew hitting the A-bomb site yet again.
They're getting forward. Flirting with disaster. Looney right in front, able to find and stay on the map. 6 stuff there from Looney. That's going to open things up for him to get in behind the action. Looks like he does want to take the wall run all the way around the back. And he's got a little bit covered behind him. 1-in-1 though, trying to win it against John. Shot shaky, but is able to find it. The melee going to miss there for John. And you'll see bomb planted at A by Attach.
4 versus 2, now 3 versus 2 as Felony tries to even these numbers back out. This player to his left, beautiful job watching over his teammate. Great job reading the map as well. 5-3, now the round count as Saber team are 1 round away from taking this circuit.
John can't do it all.
He can't.
He needs a little bit of help.
He does.
If they're going to come back and push this to a round 11, who are your eyes on to be Captain Clutch here with John?
Oh gosh, I mean, yes, you have John, but I'll go out and say it. Clayster 2-6. You need more from him in this game. Triple negative. Does have his payload though, as he will play on this offensive side. Let's take a look at his loadout, see what he's rocking.
Does John realize he's had overdrive for about 12 rounds?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Clayster does have rewind, so that ability will let him kind of go back, rewind, just as it says. Gain back that health, gain back some of that ammo. Clayster evens the numbers back out in 2 versus 2. Scarab was also used by his teammate to try to clear out that A site.
And Clayster shut down the payload there as well. They have an advantage here. John a bit tagged up. You saw his health bar very, very low, but now it's going to be on Facento to try.
Oh, I hope Clay uses rewind in this. I hope he uses rewind.
Come on, Clay.
We can do it.
We believe in you in this 1 versus 1, 45 seconds on the clock.
Facendo's turned to the corner. He doesn't see him. Facendo's right behind him. Facendo's watching the right doorway. You see on your minimap, he'll go ahead, give that one up. Clayster just trying to watch the cross and middle. Players dancing around each other. 35 seconds left. Clayster is on offense, though, so it's up to him to plant this objective.
Yeah, they kind of just ran right by each other, right?
Yeah.
In the different lanes. He's going to wrap all the way back. Little does he know, he's basically opposite position of Facento on the map right now, and he's going to work the plan. So Facento just checked B. Is he going to transfer quickly to check A? He's not going to have an angle to get there in time to try and find the kill, but now it's all about how Clay plays this. He's going around the wall run.
This is scary.
He's going right at him. He might actually be able to get right in behind him, depending on the timing. They're staying on the map.
I think he's still good. He's getting chased by Facento.
He's behind him. He does have rewind. Facento had to have seen him. Facento, as soon as he gets a shot in, can he get the rewind in? The shot should be coming in, not able to get the rewind, and that will be it.
He's shooting bodies. Facento sending a message as Saber team will go ahead and take that map too.
They will take it 6-3. John not able to do enough there for the Wraiths. Remarkable win as we'll take a look at some of the stats, but you saw Looney going 10-6. He does one hell of a job. You got what you expected there, Clay falling off the map once. You know, arguably the COD XP MVP.
On a settlement defense friendship that's being crippled, so you see all kinds of chaos happening around the outside. And you'll want to keep an eye on the mess hall. It's going to be a lot of action.
All right, well, we're getting ready to load in. And okay, so this is what's cool. So I've talked to Revan. Scratch Revan. Merc, TP, Mud Dog, all guys that have been working very closely with Infinity Ward on these maps, on the rule sets. They've all told me this is their favorite map, Jack.
TP has spoken very highly of this map. From what I've seen on it, I've fallen in love as well. Mayday, look at your mini-map. It is perfectly symmetrical on both sides, a great sign of a competitive map as these teams will go ahead, play Uplink, just like how you've always known. Carry the drone in, it's a 2-point dunk. A throw counts as 1. Clayster, Felony, Nagafen, and John trying to get a win, at least in this series, as we're now in the 3rd and final game. As Felony does get shot by Aqua in the back. 4.5 minutes left in this side 1 as action has begun to kick off.
Uplink, yeah, it's become arguably my favorite mode for CWL. I absolutely love it. And yeah, the symmetry of this is going to be absolutely brilliant. Make sure you guys are watching closely here to get a feel for this map. You'll see Attach with the drone, trying to make plays around the outside. And you'll see kind of on the map, you have one side of the map that's basically the top side looking to make plays with the wall runs. Bottom. Oh, okay. Well,
don't worry, that one was fine.
Yeah, that was at least the melee came in, right? The bottom side going to be more your kind of indoor corridor. This is going to prove to be a thrilling map, I think, for a lot of game modes.
Yeah, this is built for competitive, right, to its core.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see. We're now watching Felony gains back his health. Still challenging up top with that submachine gun. Currently in this game sitting at 1 and 2. So far scoreless as players have really just been kind of fighting over the drone. You saw there, Attach when he got the drone earlier. grabbed it, went for that outer wall run, but basically had to just stall until his teammates came off spawn. Still a 5-second respawn delay, which is stopping these teams from really getting any pressure up on the map.
Uplink's tough too. Like, okay, so if you come in, you're playing Search in this game for the first time, you can to some degree use similar strategies or do like a 4-hit play together. Hard point, you know, these guys have lived and breathed that mode for so long, but Uplink, until you learn some of the crazy throws or get an idea for what the best route is, there's a lot of learning here. Look at that, that is sick.
Rewinds back. Fortunately, John still gets the better of him there, as Looney, the closest to finally getting a score in the first couple minutes of this game, throws it on through. The upload there for Looney, 1 point on the board for Attach and crew. 8-5 from Aqua, 5-3 from Attach, 7-5 from Pacento. A well-rounded effort here from the blue team.
And now you'll see Drone going over to Felony and the red squad. They're going to start to push forward here on the bottom side of the map. He has one in front. You saw the X-ray, not able to find the kill. It's Attach, gutting him with the Karma. Attach keeping things going. Looks like he ends up pulling out the Envy for as well there.
Kleister used his rewind for a second. Unfortunately, not able to save him after all. 2.5 minutes in, still only 1 point score for the blue side. Aqua trying to challenge with that AR. His teammate on the elevate there, Nagathan, gets the better of him, as pressure is still coming towards middle map, but they've got to watch for these lower corridors. Yes, you might have one player in there, but one is not enough to hold that drone area. Right now, 3 dead. This is where Saber team can pick up the drone, begin the push towards the Wraith squad, and look to get more points on the board.
And it's all, a big part of that will be Looney pushing out the front and then Aqua covering in the back, but he was looking for kills, has to grab the drone, one pushing from middle, not able to win it, shots just underneath, so 3 end up dropping now for our blue side. Any kind of push or chance for points there all but evaporates, as we'll cycle through, back over to the red side. It's going to be Kleister here, trying to find kills. Minute 45 left inside number 1, does find one in front. And if you missed us talking about this at the beginning, right? Stuff like, you know, hit markers, or maybe you can see at times it doesn't pop up with the plus 100 for a kill.
Yeah.
Infinity Ward well aware, come launch any minor. Oh, lordy! Kleister!
I love rewind so much.
That's all you're going to use when you stream.
Everything I could have ever wanted and more. Kleister just dirties him right there, gains back the health, the ammo, and just shoots him right in the back. So fun to watch. And we really didn't see much too much in respawns this past year. While now Rewind, kind of a different version, updated, loving seeing the different kind of uses for these payloads. Now in respawns, very popular to use. These guys have absolutely loved it.
And we're going to talk about it more at length with TP later on, but you'll see a lot of gun variety. You'll see there are certain payloads not being used. They are playing with some current bans that are already in right now for these guys. They've been working with Infinity Ward for months, working over the past couple of days with them here. So if you're seeing some things that you played with in the beta that aren't being used right now, that may very well be why.
I was gonna let TP talk all about it. Now you're trying to steal his thunder.
Oh no, TP and I are gonna have a long chat.
Oh good. I'm sure the community's looking forward to that. That'll happen right after this game. For now, Aqua misses the throw completely, banks that one off the wall. Still a 1 point game. Pacento now uses his rewind, but John with a beautiful slide does get that kill. Time ticking down inside number 1. Looks like Nagaven's gonna try to go for one last score.
We'll see if he can get it done in the closing seconds. You see 2 players on X-Ray in front, make it 3. He should be cut down almost immediately, but he gets to the toss. Tries to give him the hands as well, but not able to do it with just under 4 seconds. That should be the end to our first half. It'll be a 2-1 advantage for Wraith.
19 kills, I think, the lead in this game from that Wraith squad. It will be Kleister. Just behind him is Aqua, so both ARs succeeding so far on this map. Here's a look at your final kill cam. This one was from Clay with that K-bar. Nice team shot between him and Fellow to go ahead and cut down Looney.
I'm not surprised to see that. It feels like, every single new Call of Duty game, AR players and ARs in general seem to be a little bit more powerful at first.
Even the players were talking about this when we went out to dinner last night after a full day of playing. They were even saying how there's certain spots that obviously ARs can excel in, and at the start, submachine gun players don't know exactly the best way to get to that, to stop them in that position.
Exactly.
As the game goes on, submachine gun players begin to use different lanes of the map, find out what the best spots are to combat some of those AR power positions. And you're already even beginning to see it just after the first day. That was reactive armor used there by Felony, which gave him the ability to pick up a couple kills. The Volt absolutely shreds. It is that kind of slower rate of fire, powerful assault rifle, and he's just putting on a show with it right now. On a 6 streak, about to earn his highest streak. Felony is a man on a mission as he gets another 8 in a row. goes from 7 and 14 to now 15 and
I
14.
believe he calls in the bombardment, so he's going to be raining fire here as they're looking to try and extend this lead.
Aqua!
Felony with the snapper.
Aqua!
Got gunned.
Ooh, more than that. Okay, well that throw, that definitely Clayster. Leave the drone throwing to somebody else after that one. Does use a rewind to get out of there, maybe make the most of a little bit of a whiffed shot. 3-1, red team keeping this one in their favor, but I know one thing for sure. Attach and crew want to go for the full sweep right now. They've already won 2 maps. Nagafen just fell off 2, so everyone's getting involved and falling off the map in this game. As Attach still challenging middle with this Karma.
Still trailing by 2, tries to reload. Unfortunate timing for him as he runs right into John. John actually finds 2 mid-map, and this is a chance here for Racing Crew to get forward. You also have the Eraser out to try and counter this.
Okay.
Don't!
Well, okay. Oh my God.
Who was it? Was it Clay?
I don't think so. I don't think it was. No, Clay said rewind. Yeah, it wasn't Clay.
I thought for a second I saw Clay die at the exact same moment. I was like,
Yeah,
tell me it wasn't.
that was very, really worried me. But no, it was not Clayster.
We're going to hear about it from Clay after this match.
Yeah. 3-1, still the score. 2:50 left in this game. Clay's still holding this outside lane, and this is kind of what we spoke about. You got the middle corridor where subs can push right through, take command of. These outer lanes where assault rifles really excel. Clayster knows that. He does have the flank on players, but I do believe someone's just spotted him from behind. There's the cleanup. A great call out. Looney knows exactly where Clay's coming from. Good teamwork from the blue side of things, from the Saber team. As it's still a heavy contest fight for middle map. And it's because these teams are having to get 2 dead before they can grab that drone, and it makes a lot of sense.
Well, it's going to be coming down to the wire here. Just over 2 to play. You'll see Felony now with drone, looking to add on to this lead, getting forward. Should be points coming in. Taking his time. Taking his time. 5-1 now. 1 behind. You saw it on X-Ray. They're getting back to the drone reset now. He's going to have to wrap back. Might be able to pick up a couple from behind. I don't know if a patch just spawned in there or wrap back to his base, but he gets cleaned up almost immediately. Facento trying to win key gunfights here at mid-map. It looks for now like Blue will have control, but there's still several players here flooding in from your red side. The trading, honestly, it's just being traded back and forth. No one's really been able to get control here.
I mean, the big thing has been side 2 is much heavier slaying presence from the red team. Almost everybody negative on the Saber team. The blue squad, Nagafen always in an advantageous position, being a nuisance inside the blue team base. Even now, he's holding their top window. There is no AR support watching over this drone area. Finally, Aqua takes matters into his own hands and cuts him down. But with only 90 seconds remaining, you've only had 1 point scored by the blue team this whole entire game. They've got to get something going right now or else it's going to be too late.
Yeah, you know, that keep away mentality doesn't look to be the plan as Clayster finds one, not able to get the shot off before he's taken down. But they still have the 4-point advantage. What are you trying to play a little bit defensive here? With a map this size, do you think you kind of have to keep the pressure on?
I mean, pressure is always a good thing no matter what in any Call of Duty game mode. Obviously now in Uplink, you put pressure on the opposing team's base. You don't give them any opportunity to get across the map and get scores. 45 seconds left. Attach is having to throw down the drone. He can't even go for points right now because he has no supporting cast. It's unfortunate, but all signs are pointing towards a red team win. Clayster 29 and 24, where Aqua has slowed down just a little bit inside 2. Clay has continued to heat up.
And John has been fantastic throughout. He picks up 3 in a row there. You saw the 1v3 he's able to do in S&D.
And Felony had 7 kills at the half. He's now got 28. So 3 times the amount of kills from side 1 to side 2. A great showing here from the red team as they finally do get a map on the board.
They're able to do it. Time now ticking away. The final seconds will get it done. We'll watch Clayster here for the final moments. See if he can find anything else. But that's going to be a win for Wraithside, 6-1. Clayster 31 and 25. Everybody else right around even or positive.